Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan G here with BlowUp Local, and I am so excited. I am on the road. I am driving down to Sarasota, which is about an hour away, simply to go to my new chiropractor. Now, I want to share with you guys, I'm just going to tell you about this practice, first of all, and then I'll do like the backstory. I've been dealing with a lot of back problems for most of the last 14 years, so most of my adult life. And I've been to lots of chiropractors, probably 50. Nobody really seems to be able to help me. Everybody says, oh, it's this, it's your SI joint. Oh, it's, this part over here or whatever. And frankly, I just think they're mostly full of crap because they all say stuff, but nobody's able to really get the result that I'm after. And I'm willing to spend the money, but they just can't really do it. So anyway, I was at a chiropractic convention in Minneapolis with Niche Kings, which is a practice management kind of coaching group. And one of my friends in that group, his name is Dr. Rich Benjamin. He adjusted me while I was there, and it helped and everything. He found a chiropractor that is an hour away in Sarasota. And he said, dude, Ryan, you should go check these people out. I think they'll be able to help you. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I scheduled an appointment. I trust Rich, but I'm not really expecting much. Now, again, I have been in a lot of chiropractic offices, a lot. So I kind of know the vibe, right? Like what's average, what's normal. But as soon as I actually scheduled the appointment, as soon as I called and scheduled the appointment, I told my wife, I was like, okay, these people are operating at a different level. Very, very friendly. And I honestly can't even tell you what they did that gave me that feeling, but I just instantly knew, okay, these guys are different. So then I drove down there, and as soon as I walked in, I was 10 minutes early because, prior military, I'm always early to stuff. But as soon as I walked in, there was 4 or 5 people at the front, and every single person was like, oh, hey, how are you? You must be Ryan. And I was like, yeah. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit because they were all so hyper friendly, like, calm down, people, all right? But it actually made me feel very, very welcome, and I knew instantly, I was like, okay, these guys know what they're doing, right? They made me feel special. But then the lady handed me the clipboard with the paper, and as I'm like filling out the paperwork, I was like, dude, this paper is like really nice. I know that's a weird thing to say, like this is nice paper, but I could just tell the difference. The paper was very thick. It was very high quality. Inside the office, it was very bright white, high-end finishing, I guess is what you would call it, on the cabinets and stuff. They brought me into the back, and they basically have I'm going to say a 3-step process. So first they bring you in for a consultation. So they're just asking questions to identify my problem, identify what I've tried in the past that's worked and what I've tried in the past that's failed, establish goals, right, of what I'm really hoping to achieve with them. And then they moved into step 2, which was the evaluation. So they actually did the x-rays and, gathered more information so that they could explain my problem better than I could, better than I understood it. And then they scheduled a follow-up appointment to actually go over the results and then, share with me the care plan. The doctor shows me the x-rays, and I have my 2 bones fused to my hips from birth, by the way, that no other doctor has ever shown me. And he said, Ryan, you know how you were mentioning how most chiropractors, when they adjust you, it doesn't really do anything, it doesn't really work? And I said, yeah. And he said, this is the reason why. It's because they're trying to adjust an area that your body has actually fused together and doesn't adjust. And that's also why when I've gone to crappy chiropractors, they just force it and they end up hurting me, which causes way more problems than I had before. The reason that I'm sharing this with you guys is, and in fact, I'm gonna stop for just a second. The chiropractor I was going to before, he's in Riverview. It's funny because he would make comments to me about how most chiropractors are very lazy. Most chiropractors are not like him, where they're, really pushing to be better and really pushing to help their patients. And I just, every time you would say that, I would think to myself, you're that person. Like, you're not helping me. I think you're a little bit delusional. You think you're helping, but you're not. You're actually being very lazy because you're not willing to do x-rays. You're not willing to really figure out what the root cause of my problem is. Even though you can never get my back to adjust and move, you keep trying to do the same thing over and over again. And it's just really funny. Whereas this other place, it's called Trilogy Chiropractic. They took the time to identify what my problem is. They didn't just give me a blanket kind of care plan. They figured out what the problem is. They took me through a carefully crafted and meticulously implemented sales process. They handled the objections, and then they made it very, very simple to say yes. That is your goal as a chiropractor. Make it very simple. And you know, it's funny. We always talk about like, how do you stand out from the competition, stand out from the crowd? This is it. Now, here's the mistake that this company is making. When I went onto their website, none of this is communicated on their current site. It's a husband and wife are both the doctors. They are both amazing, amazing personalities, but you don't see any of that personality on their current site. It's just a static, boring site, cold, just like every other Joe Blow chiropractor out there. Listen, if you're amazing, like these people are, you've got to communicate that value proposition, your unique selling proposition immediately. As soon as people land on your website, they need to see, okay, this place is wildly different than every other chiropractor that's out there, because that's going to increase the amount of people that are scheduling an appointment. That's also going to increase like your show up rates, right? Because people will actually perceive that you really are able to help. And then the other big thing, I'm going to talk to them about this, but they didn't ask me for a review. They didn't ask for any type of testimonial or anything yet, even though he was able to identify my problem and he did an adjustment that I've never had before, which has caused me to have no back pain for the last 2 days. Now, it's only 2 days, but that's not normal. Normally, I have back pain all the time. So anyway, it's just, I'm really excited. It's really cool. So if you're a chiropractor, you want to take your business to the next level, you have to actually become the next level. You have to grow to the next level. You have to be more focused, more dedicated to becoming an amazing doctor, an amazing communicator, being friendly. But then you've also got to train your staff. I mean, there's a lot you got to do, but it all boils down to marketing. You've got to have amazing marketing, amazing systems so that you can attract high ticket patients and then pour gas on the fire and spread the word. So hope that makes sense, or maybe I'm just rambling. I don't really know. Have a great day, guys. Be safe.